It's time for pizza here. Nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Yeah, been getting crushed, as you can see. Really just wanted to come on just to document the downswing I've been having. I mean, when this banking crisis started, I got up to 25. I mean, an intraday high of like 38,000, but really 25. And then, I've just kept being short during this banking crisis, and the market's just gone straight up. And it's my fault. I know that it's too obvious of a play. It's just stupid staying short. And I just keep trying to catch a down move again, and we just keep going up. So, yeah. So I've gone from 25 to 20, now we're down to 12,000. So, yeah, I want to get this on tape so people know, yeah, I lose. And I've lost pretty good during this whole banking crisis. So, yeah. What went wrong here? It's really time for me to do a total rethink of the way I'm trading. First of all, I'm trying to trade based on fundamentals, which is just silly. You can't trade on fundamentals. First of all, fundamentals are long term. They happen over periods of months and years. And secondly, you don't really ever know the fundamentals. I mean, you think you know the fundamentals. Like, for instance, there's a banking crisis. I think the fundamentals are so bearish right now, and everybody knows, literally everybody knows, that there is a financial crisis coming very soon. Those are the fundamentals, but the Fed has been injecting money into the system. We really don't know the effect that that's having. Even when people know that the market is going to go lower, in the long term, you can't trade it short term, because look at what SPY has done. We had a banking crisis, and our initial reaction was to go down, of course, which makes sense. Whoop. But since then, we've gone from 380 up to 410, 30 points, almost 10%. That's a 7% gain out of nowhere. So don't trade on fundamentals. You don't know what they are. Even if you do know what they are, they take place over such a long time period, they're meaningless for active traders. They're important for buy and hold people and actual investors, but we're not investors, we're traders. So, yeah, fundamentals are meaningless. If you try and trade them, you're probably going to get hurt. Yeah, so that's one thing that went wrong. Yeah. The other thing is chasing it when I know everybody down here is so negative, and sellers, there's sellers down here and not many buyers. And when you get a situation like that, the market swings back the other way. When sentiment is entirely negative, what's going to happen is it's too heavily weighted with bears, It has to move back the other way. The market always wants to return to a position of sentiment neutrality, It tends to swing from very bearish to right up to bullish, and then back down to bearish. This is the way it works. That is the psychology of the market. So when you get very bearish down here, you're almost certainly going to go back up unless a full-fledged panic occurs, which wasn't going to happen because I hoped it was. That's really what it came down to. I got greedy, and I sort of hoped a full-fledged panic was going to break out. But Obviously, in hindsight, that was wishful thinking. That's another mistake. Don't trade on wishful thinking. It wasn't even FOMO, it wasn't fear of missing out. It was just greed. I just got greedy down here. Just thought, this is my chance. Oh, the market's going to collapse. When I knew deep down that this wasn't enough to make it collapse. Not yet. Not yet. So, yeah. So when the sentiment got that negative, and I sort of knew that it wasn't going to turn into a full-blown crash, I should have realized the sentiment has to reset back the other way, and that means this up move. So yeah, so this is sort of a big mistake that I've made very often, is trading because I got locked into the fundamentals. I have to really reset that and let it go. You don't want to trade based on fundamentals. You want to trade based on sentiment, and that means going the opposite way of sentiment, and you want to trade on catalysts. If there's a catalyst that brings human beings in to the market in a certain direction, makes them bullish or bearish, a catalyst is what you're looking for. Also, another trade you can make is when down here or up here, when the sentiment gets very bullish or very bearish, you can trade that, and you got to go the opposite way. Oh, look here, down here, everybody is bearish, but it's not bad enough for a full-blown panic, so we're going to swing back. Up here, everybody is bullish, but I think then the Fed spoke, and they were a little hawkish, so down we went. Sentiment trades are good. Just don't trade fundamentals. It's so pointless. You're never going to win trading fundamentals. Anyway, so yeah, this is my rethink. I'm still sort of working it out right now, but I'm really going to change the way I'm trading moving forward. So I'm sort of glad all this happened and that I'm still above 10,000, which is where I started a few months ago, 2, 3, 4 months ago. I don't even know anymore. So I'm glad I'm above my starting value, and I'm having this rethink. Fundamentals are pointless. You never know where the market is going to go. That's what it comes down to. You never know. All you have are catalysts, which bring humans in, and then sentiment shifts, which is basically when human traders have to exit their positions. Those are the two times you can actually win money. When there's a catalyst that brings human traders in, and when there's a sentiment shift that forces human traders out of their positions. Those are the times you can win. Do not think you can win because you've figured out that the market is overpriced or underpriced. Do not do that. Or that you've realized that the market has to crash, or that the market must go higher because of X, Y. You do not know the fundamentals. You don't. What you can trade is catalysts, sentiment shifts. You can trade human beings. You trade the other traders. You don't trade because you've figured out where the market should be priced. All right? Time for pizza. Nothing to hide. Nothing to hide.